Yeah, this is coming from an OPEC report this week saying that China is going to overtake the United States as the biggest importer of oil in the world in 2014, next year. Now, people have been anticipating this for a while, but OPEC is the first real entity to put it into print. I don't know about move over, though. I mean, this is a bit of a dubious claim to fame. What's going on? So you have, on the one hand, the U.S. ratcheting up supply, right? You've got western North Dakota bringing on all this new oil to market. That's piling up in the stockpiles. At the same time, so that they need to import less. At the same time, you've got China, right, and the rise of Chinese demand. 5.5 million, just over 5.5 million barrels a day now, up, single-digit percentages, but every month. So they're saying by next year, the Chinese are likely to be importing more than 6 million barrels a day. That's because, we used to think about the U.S. driving season, all the Americans, taking to the road. But now, think of the Chinese doing the same. The thing about it is, though, that just means that they're more dependent on, entities like OPEC. And so, yesterday we were at an oil conference in Paris, and we asked al-Badri, how exactly concerned are you about this shale oil boom in the United States? And he kind of indicated not at all.
I think it's a plus for the world oil, for the world supply, but at the same time we don't see it as a threat. As a matter of fact, we are more richer than the other part of the world as far as shale oil and shale gas in OPEC member countries. All of them, they have shale oil and shale gas with a huge reserve.
They've got huge reserves in the Gulf, but I don't think they're going to be exploiting those reserves of shale oil and shale gas until all the cheap stuff is out of the ground. I mean, really what we've got going on here with China and the United States is a geopolitical shift. Everybody talks about wars happening because of, ulterior motives of countries, the United States really going after oil. Well, maybe that needs to be reassessed if you think about this in 10, 15 years' time. Who's really going to be, sort of militantly pursuing oil if that really is the case? The U.S. right now needs imports for less than a fifth of its energy. 16% of its energy comes from foreign sources. China, well, OPEC says this year, 60% of its oil will come from outside of China.